Hi dreamers, welcome back to my channel, Roseiz Star and Books. And it's day 4 of the reading rush. Now, I must apologize first of all for yesterday. I did not film anything at all. Not even like nothing, like literally nothing. But it was because I was not feeling too well. I'm feeling much better now. But I did read yesterday.
I read. So midnight. My voices keep on cracking, but like midnight, 12. I read once. I listened to the audiobook. Sorry, not read. I listened to Once More Upon a Time. I didn't listen to the whole audiobook at that time. I just started it and it was going good, and then I realized like I missed out some parts because I was trying to fall asleep. So I just went to bed. Then when I got up in the morning, I ate breakfast. I was not feeling well, and then I bathed. I went to watch a movie, and then I fell asleep for like hours. And when I got up, it was like 5. I ate, and I was just laying there. I didn't do much. I didn't do nothing because I was not feeling that great. Then I also, what else did I read yesterday? I think one of the books, like for I kind of switched up my TBR a little bit. I was telling you guys that I would add some more books, so I added The Desert Princess Proposal. It's a Harley Quinn's graphic book or comic, whatever, and I read that. It wasn't too bad. It was not like 100% what I would like in a graphic book, but it was good. So I give it 3 stars. So that was for the challenge. Read a book with the word that starts with D. I haven't finished the Duff yet. I started the Duff, but I haven't finished it. I'm hoping to finish the Duff today or tomorrow. But I also for read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen. I switched out Harry Potter and I put in Diary of a Wimpy Kid because I was reading that before I read Rodrick Rules. So I decided, I have seen that movie, so why not just switch out Harry Potter and put that in place since I have finished the book already during this readathon. So I switched that out.
So basically I've finished all my challenges. My birthstone challenge, I read Jan Days. Read a book that starts with the word the. I read The Desert Princess Proposal. Read the first book that you touched, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules. I read that. The challenge with inspired by a movie. I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and read a book in the genre that you've always wanted to read more of. Today I read The Black God's Drums, and in fact I finished that right before I started this video. And then read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. I read Say Her Name and With the Fire on High, and I enjoyed both. Both was 5 stars. So let's talk about what I've read today. I will be adding more books to the challenge, hopefully. I'm finishing the Duff for sure, and then if I see any other book that I want to read that I want to add to the challenge, I will. But for now, I am completely done with the 7 challenges. I have read 7 books. Oh well, more than 7 books, because the Black God's Drums will make it 8 books so far that I've read. So I listened to the Black God's Drums on script, and at first I didn't know, like when I started listening to it, I didn't know if I would enjoy it, because it is sort of fantasy based, but I didn't think that it had much fantasy elements in it, to be honest. the only fantasy elements it really had was that there was this, how to put it, like spirit or god, goddess that was instilled within two characters, and that was basically it, I guess. That was basically it, because the girl, she was like 13 years, and she had the spirit. I don't know. I think it's Oshuna is a spirit or what, something like that. Let me don't go saying things that I cannot pronounce or I don't remember how to pronounce. But it was like spirits, and the two spirits that was present in the book was like sisters. Um, the girl, she gets visions from that spirit. Like, it started off with her getting a vision of this skull over the city or something like that, and she didn't know like what to think of that. What was that supposed to mean, like a skull over the city? How am I supposed to translate that? But as time passes, she saw the person and everything like that. She realized what was happening. She met up with the other woman that was captain of was a pilot or something of this aircraft, and they went on the adventure to stop whatever was going to happen. It didn't really have much things to it, to be honest. Like, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed the story, especially the narrator. The narrator did a good job. She was engaging and everything like that. But for the storyline, there wasn't like much. I didn't find that there were much fantasy based elements in it, so that's all I gotta say. I gave it 4 stars. There was not much elements of fantasy except for these two spirits. Or maybe I'm mistaken and everything in this world is just fantasy based. But also about this book is that it had a little history in it. Well, I don't even know if the history is true, but I know they talked about Trinidad and Haiti and stuff like that. And I'm from the Caribbean, so I'm like above Trinidad, below Haiti. I'm from Grenada. So I really like that aspect of the book as well. And also, around midnight today, not yesterday, around midnight, I started once more Upon a Time, and midnight today, 12 a.m. I don't know if I just be saying, I don't know if I be saying the right things. But once more Upon a Time, I finished it this morning, mid 12. No, I finished it around 1, almost 2. And I enjoyed it. Once more Upon a Time is like this fantasy retelling about this print, not really retelling, but it's like how to put it, it was like this fairy tale. It's almost like Cinderella, but not really Cinderella. There's like, oh yes, I think it is a fantasy time, because they were talking about the 12 dancing princesses, and then they talk about how this person got their happily ever after, this person got this, but that was not for her, and they started up by saying that basically she got married, but something happened, and in order to save her, the prince, well, the king, had to make a deal with a witch. There was the king and queen of Lovescape, and they had to make, well, he had to make a deal with the witch in order to save her, and the witch took away supposedly their love, but she was basically just taking away their, you could say, their memories of love, but they could fall back in love, like if they spend time with each other and that build that spark kind of things. But they didn't do that for the year and some that they were there. So Lovescape now is this place that supposedly bears this magical fruit, but only if the king and queen is in love that is staying there. So since that they weren't in love, the fruit didn't bear. So a year and some days after, they were to leave Lovescape as no longer being queen and king of there, because that's not a place for them because they can't be in love. So the girl had to return to her father. The guy, I don't really know. I think I fell asleep at that part yesterday. But I don't want to give too much details. Oh my god, why am I getting to so much details? But they went on this journey, okay? They went on this journey for the witch because she showed up there. She needed something and she couldn't go get it herself. So they went on this journey. They fell in love again. Blah, 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 blah. Happily ever after. Well, in the end, they said not happily ever after, but they were together. Something like that. Whatever. But everything turned out fine. The story was cute and quirky and nice, so I gave it 4 stars. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. There is not much to talk about Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's just a feel-good book for me. It's like I was reading like a review and they were like, oh, he's not a good influence for kids, and I'm like, we all know that. We don't read Diary of a Wimpy Kid because we think it's gonna be a good influence. We read it because it's just funny how he keeps on making the wrong decisions and keeps on trying and trying again. Like over and over, he's constantly making the wrong decisions. And it's like, yeah, I know this is the right thing to do, but it is not. Like he totally go against moral rights and values and just switch it around. Okay, well, if I do this, this is going to live with my conscience, I'm gonna be able to live with that choice. But if I do this and I get in trouble, I can't live with that. So, and that's why I like it. That's why I like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And there are people in the world that are like that. So I ain't calling no names, but that's it for today's video. One more time, I updated you guys. I don't got no more to say. I don't got much to show, but tomorrow will be greater because now it's like late, and tomorrow I'm gonna start this up more earlier. I know this video is a little bit long, but I was making up for yesterday and today, so bear with me. Bye. Later.